Yo, what's up guys? Today we are going to be reviewing the Golden Freddy Jazwares figure, as well as the set he comes with. Um, I want to first off start this by saying I don't know if this guy will be sold separately at some point. I don't know if that's ever been said. So as of now, the only uh place you can get him, people have been finding them at GameStop, but also it seems to be you can only get them with this set, which is it should be $20, but GameStop is selling it for like $22.99, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, um, we'll just start off with the figure itself first. So yeah, Jazwares Golden Freddy. This is just the exact mold as the regular Freddy action figure, but obviously it looks like Golden Freddy. Um, I don't have the regular Freddy to compare him to, but I will be comparing him to the Funko Golden Freddy after I talk about the sets and whatnot and the figure. But yeah, overall, it has the same articulation as Wave 1, the toys, but I will say it's not as stiff as Wave 1. They definitely improved. The joints aren't stiff at all, really, which is a problem, but also not, because it leads to stuff like this. You can see my arms, or well, Golden Freddy's arms on my figure, are very, very loose, which that kind of sucks. Just, it's not super loose to where if I hold them like this, they don't pop out of place, but still moving him, they, like, just me barely shaking him. His arms, you can see, really just flail around a little. So that kind of sucks, but then again, that could just be my figure. But also that is because of it having looser joints, so a lot of them will probably tend to do that, especially over time, joints get really worse. But yeah, overall, I mean, I really hate when companies release new FNAF 1 merch because, there's nothing really to say about the FNAF 1 characters. We've gotten them hundreds of times. They're all super basic designs. It looks like Golden Freddy. I guess one thing you could say is maybe they used too much of a piss bright yellow, but it still looks good nonetheless. I think the yellow is all right. It's a little bright, but it's okay. And just like all of their other figures, for some reason they don't give them any dirt washing. But that's really my only complaint about his looks wise. He has no dirt washing on him whatsoever. You think of a character like Golden Freddy, you just know he's like dirty, covered in a bunch of crap. But he's not. And also, for some reason, they didn't make the part that connects his ears to his head silver, which I'm pretty sure it should be. I might be wrong on that, but I just feel like that would have looked better. And then he does come with a microphone, which is nice that they're actually giving them props now. But the rest of this wave doesn't have props. Only the Freddys have microphones for some reason. And like all the other ones, it has this big ass knob in the back so you can do the jump scare. Yeah. I will say the jump scare on this wave at least, is a lot smoother. But it does come with a problem. The clicking. That could just be my figure, but it clicks when you press in the jump scare. So that, I don't know if that sounds good or what, but yeah. And also, he has brown eyelids, which it's been a while since I've looked at Golden Freddy in game, but I don't recall him having brown eyelids. I could be wrong on that. And also, the glow-in-the-dark paint on the eyes is really noticeable. It makes his eyes look kind of fuzzy or like moldy, which is just kind of gross. But yeah, nonetheless, it looks like Golden Freddy. I'm complaining about a lot of things on this figure. It still looks like Golden Freddy, which is good. Like usual, I still believe they should just scrap the jump scare feature for these figures because I don't know. I feel like if you want to have a cool gimmick, that would make more sense to have on the more expensive endo figures instead of just the basic figures. I would way rather have more articulation rather than having him jump scare. Because if this was just a normal figure, I can just pose his arms up anyways and make him jump scare and just have his mouth on like a hinge. If I wanted to do that, I would be able to do that on a normal figure, but I don't have him standing. But for some reason, they keep wanting to add the jump scare thing, which, maybe for some people who actually play with these, maybe they'll find that fun. But for someone like me who just collects them, has them on my shelf, I don't see the point in this. And he just threw his microphone. Okay, let's just look at the set. Oh, and I did want to say something about the microphone. I know he just threw it out of his hands. That's because it kind of got nudged loose when he fell. But he does actually hold on to the prop really well, and it slides in really easy, and he has a nice grip on it. So that's always a plus when the figures can actually hold their props, unlike a lot of Funko stuff. So, the set is obviously the FNAF 1 office, and you might be wondering where's the rest of the set. Well, there's your incentive to buy the rest of the figures. You need to have Chica and Foxy as well, because they both come with a set, and it builds the entire FNAF 1 office. I think Golden Freddy has the coolest one, because, he actually has most of the office rather than the doors. And you can see they got little nubs on the side and little holes, so once you get them all, they just easily snap in. And also, I was not expecting the sets to be this big. This is actually really cool, and it displays him really nice as well. You can see him standing in there fits perfectly with even a bunch of extra room still, so that's really cool. And yeah, the actual design of it, looks like FNAF 1. They got the speaker, the drawer, the cameras, the iconic fan, the Celebrate poster, and just a bunch of other drawings, kids' drawings. The one thing that I would complain about this is the fact that the monitors just have random pictures from a bunch of different FNAF games. Like, that's the FNAF 2, one of the party rooms. That's FNAF 3. That is the FNAF 1 parts and service. That makes sense. Though that is also from FNAF 1. I'm pretty sure that is as well. And I'm pretty sure that's FNAF 3. That looks a little green. Maybe, I seen someone say maybe they're hinting at some of their future sets, which we already know that we're getting a FNAF 2 office set in one of the future waves, but that's the party room, that's not the office. And also, they haven't announced anything with FNAF 3, so they could be right, but I don't know why they would do a random FNAF 3 hallway instead of FNAF 3 office. So that's really my only complaint, is that the cameras, although looks really nice, they just have random screenshots. But yeah, nonetheless, it looks really good. And it doesn't come like this in the box. The floor piece and the wall piece are actually separate pieces. You just snap them in really easy, and it's in there really nice. This is not going to fall out. It's not loose at all, and it didn't snap in or anything, but it just easily went in there. And you might as well get Golden Freddy in his iconic pose. So yeah, it's actually a really nice display piece, and you could also display other stuff like your Funko mystery minis that actually fit in there really nice. So yeah, overall it looks really good. I would honestly have to give this as a total, like an easy 9 out of 10. The figure looks great, although I don't like some of the technical stuff about him. Still looks great, and also the set also looks amazing. Besides the cameras being weird, but that's okay. I don't really care. It's just a nitpick. But yeah, I would show the glowing eyes on camera, but that's the one thing I want to complain about. I don't know if they use a different paint, because on the toy animatronics, their eyes don't have like that glowing, fuzzy looking paint on their eyes, but Golden Freddy's does, which makes me think they changed the paint, because the glowing on this one, I'm going to be honest, it sucks. It does not glow really at all. It glows like somewhat, but it doesn't pop up on camera. Maybe I'm not charging mine enough. I charge it up for like 5 minutes and it just does not glow the greatest. But still, nonetheless, super cool. Like I said, 9 out of 10. And also, he has little holes in his feet, so if you want to like put him on a stand or anything, you could. But he stands perfectly fine, so I don't see why you'd have to do that. Yeah, overall, super cool, and I can't wait to get the rest. That is, if I can find them, because the main problem with Jazwares is that they are terrible at stocking. But I've heard that's not really their fault, it's more likely the store's fault. But yeah, I won't get into that because I could blabber about that forever. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.